The following video that you're about to watch is it was live crank up with myself and a gentleman named Anthony. The only crank ups I'm doing now that I'm doing them just for a short while, the only ones I'm doing are the DNA ICUCs. And a solid 20% of the energy I put in you literally bonds with who you are, the real you, the spirit that's inside making the body run. So it changes who you are. It's something I give of myself to give you. Anyway, so the video, I'd never expected to want to put it on there on YouTube, but Anthony said, go ahead and put it on. And I'm like, okay. Anthony is strong pineal, so he can feel things better than most people can. When it comes to energy and stuff like that, when I say most people, I mean people he feels things more easily and better than people who are like just mostly solar plexus. And sometimes people who are heart, we all heart mode, people who are primarily heart energy in their body. When I say primarily, I'm not saying that right. I've called it core orientation, the part of the physical body you're in to have that life. The power places are the heart, the solar plexus, the gut, and then the pineal brain. And he had a cyst that had grown underneath his brain. He mentioned it when we were talking, but I was already seeing something under like a disc-looking thing that was swollen underneath the brain on the side, just off the middle. It affected him a little bit on how he was moving a little bit with his eyes closed, but it's safe to do this. These crank ups, they're safer. Women who are pregnant and everything else. Nothing's ever happened. I've never not done it. I've never been unsuccessful at getting it done. If somebody wants to get a DNA ICUC crank up and they have too many lower frequencies in them, which means it's not going to happen. It shouldn't, but it won't be allowed to happen through the source field. I look better than this when I'm in the video, you'll see. In the beginning, I'm a little more hyper and energetic, but near the end of the video, I start shutting down. That's because my energy inside literally picks me up, and if I have to go downstairs, I can get downstairs, but if I've got nothing I got to do, it'll leave me alone, and unless I have to get up to go to the bathroom, I can't get up out of that chair that I live in. Anyway, it's no wussy. I'm just explaining what's going on, and that has nothing to do with my power level. So, as you'll see for yourself. Anyway, here's Anthony, a really good person with a good heart that was screwed with. And there's stuff that happened in the video too, stuff moving around. I was like, when it does happen, closer towards the end of the video, after cranking him up, his head was just really glowing. Something came in, and it was big blotch, goes like this. I don't think you can see it in the video. I was seeing it with the pineal gland, multidimensional. It came in like this, and then went up to the side of his head, and it was trying to grab some of that source energy that had just fed him, but he couldn't get it, and then, woof, it took off running away. I saw it happen, and I said, son of a, and then I went after it and deleted it. So anyway, it's hard for people to understand who they are. It's much harder for anyone that's not already awakened or hasn't really, or someone that hasn't had happen to them things that have shown them already in their life that the metaphysical world is real and a lot larger than the physical. The physical lives within it. Anyway, so it's hard enough for them to believe that they're metaphysical whatsoever, but then that it's that much harder for anyone to have faith in what I say and what I do. But that's why before I crank someone up, I always have them feel their own energy and find it and feel it. Because people kind of like, oh, wow, that's cool, and then they feel it change. In between, you'll see during the video, in between different stages, I ask them to feel, because the energy moves around. He changes every time I put more energy in them. So none of my videos, if anything in one of my videos was to be staged, the video would never happen. It wouldn't happen. It's BS. I was going to spell that out for you, but let's just use BS. I say in my videos that they're not for children. And I do that for a reason. Once you listen to the video, if you feel it's okay, or you know where you want to remove a part or whatever, then if you want your children to hear it, fine. So, excuse me. Anyway, folks, here's what a DNA ICUC looks like as far as the energy work, and see how you feel about it. Ask yourself some questions. I'm only going to do these a short time. I know for a fact it'll all stop again in March, but it might stop earlier. It all depends on how quick certain things happen as far as paperwork and stuff for Deanna. She's been with me 4 years now. She needs a break. She's been taking care of me. She needs to spend some time with the family. So, she knows she needs to leave, and I'm very aggressive about it. So she needs to. We all need our family. Family's one of the most important things in the world, and their family is very involved. Anna's family is very involved with what's going on. The Essex, Ramirez, and Aya family is incredibly powerful. It's involved in what's about to happen with ETs, changing this world. There is something that I need to mention about these last few crank-ups that I'm doing. I've often given some rather extreme discounts on my consults. I can't do that for these last few. Now, the fact that about 20% or more of the energy I put into you when I crank you up, of my own source energy, 20+% of that is literally stays with you forever. So somebody would say, well, I couldn't afford it this life. I didn't have the money. It wasn't part of my life. No true words ever said, but to get a consult, it's relative to me being body and you being in body. Okay, I've mentioned before many times that when I get out of this body and you're out of your body, that when everyone comes out, I'm giving them some of my source energy. Now, the energy that I have is tied in with what used to be Arae, and because that's what I came from. Arae is from the strongest energy that was in Arae, and every time I had a life, that SOB, and I don't mean silly old boy, kept taking some of my energy out. As I was building up, getting stronger, it kept pulling it off of me and calling it his own. No, it wasn't. Well, when I killed him, guess what? I took my energy back, but I cleaned it, burned all of him out of it. I froze it. It's stored. It's locked up. You're going to go 5 dimensions deep before you can ever find it. Nothing can find it. Nothing. Nothing can find it. So it's hidden. So anyway, when I'm myself again, my true self, and at my best, I'm going to take that energy and I'm going to finish cleaning it, modifying it to make it the same exact way that, to make it the exact same as my energy now. It was mine to start with. So anyway, I'm taking that, changing it, and I have so much energy now, it's crazy, but I'm going to have so much. I'm about to become so big that I have plenty to give a little bit to everyone when they get out. The reason why it's not, quote unquote, the number one reason it's not because of the fact people got cranked up and other people didn't have money and they couldn't get cranked up. That's number two. The number one reason is we have these 4 new first beings that are literally going to be coming out of the first dimension as soon as I'm ready, probably about 2,000 years from today. They're source. They're not going to break up into soul and stuff like that. Now, all of you that have been having lives and been out of the body, except for the 5th wave of souls, which, y'all haven't, those folks haven't been, I won't say y'all, there's 38 of them on a planet now as I'm looking. They've had so few lives, they haven't had the time to really get strong. So they're going to get more. But everyone that came from the first being is going to have a strong amount of source energy across the board, unless they have some issues and they don't, I'm not going to give it to them, period. And when I say issues, I don't mean you have a bad attitude about a couple things in this life, because that's not realistic. I mean, we're all being abused like hell. That doesn't matter. It's what you actually are when you're not in the body, who you really are. So even if you can't get cranked up to be stronger for this immediate life because you can't afford to pay for it, number one, doesn't mean it won't happen to you. Does not mean it's not going to happen to you. Those that really need to have this to move the thing forward, once I'm gone, I'm going to go in and crank you up anyway. Number one, and don't send me an email, ask me if you're one of those, because I'm not going to be able to tell you. Or if I am, I'm not going to tell you. Let me just put it that way. I'm not even going to look. I have too much to do. I'm too tired. I'm too sick. But those people that crank up when they get out of the body, that 20% that they keep, that's going to be matched. I'm going to put that in everyone, because you need to be stronger to relate firsthand, one-on-one, with the new source beings as they start, opening up themselves and making smaller parts of themselves, the 4 new beings. They're new source. Each one of them is a different type of source. So the first reason is for you to be equal with the new beings coming out. I'm not going to have any kind of equality issues. Everything needs to be fair across the board, and my energy, what I have to do that, is just ridiculous. And there's also other source energy that's female. That came from Lydia, as a matter of fact, and it's already the same thing. I cleaned it, froze it, stored it. It's in there with the other stuff, Amaromalius. So those that are female are going to be receiving that source energy, or a slight mixture of the both. Whatever they need, I'm going to give them the best I can to match what their energy is. That's what you get when you come out of your body. And as long as I'm home by then, and unless you're about to die, then, like real soon. The body, if your body's about to die real soon, then you're just going to have to wait on me. But it shouldn't be much of a wait anyway. So, no one's complained about that, saying anything, but I want you to know. When I do things, I often see ahead where people feel this and feel that. I'm not saying this is a possibility. I realize that A minus B equals C squared. No, it's feeling, seeing things happen ahead of time. I told you, all of y'all have incredible abilities. I'm tapped into mine, and I'm just, when it comes to energy, it's like the FBI, they called me the freak. I'm just really strong, so that's all. But everyone's getting it. It's going to be as equal as it can be across the board. So, and there's no question about running out of energy and me still maintaining what I am. So, and my energy keeps growing when I'm out of body. It'll just keep growing and growing because of what it is. The energy that I give to others, the source energy, is not going to have that in it. But everything will be exactly as it needs to be for everything to be level, on a level playing field. So, if you can't afford to get cranked up right now, and I can't afford to give these discounts or do it for free like I used to so many times, you're still going to wind up with what you need, just not in this life. Okay? And if you are really important to what's going to happen, I'm going to come to you, crank you up anyway when I'm out of body. So, if you're so worried about having the money to do this because you really want to do it now, and you're taking food out of your family's mouth or something, don't you dare do that. Because you're still going to get what you need once you're out of the body. There's this short time in your body, this life, and then there's the rest of your life, which is continuous. It's forever. Provided you don't attack anything and make me come down on you, nothing will ever hurt you. You live forever. I mean, infinity. So, and there's next to nothing at all that is going to be a problem like that. I know you all. I know all of you. So don't worry about you have to get this done, because you don't. Don't worry about someone getting over on you, and damn it, it's not fair because you were having a life where money was just not going to be allowed, where you weren't allowed to have any money at all, because that doesn't hold any water either. Okay? So, but I have no time, almost no time. I have almost no human energy for this body to stay awake and alive and keep functioning. My crank ups, as you'll see with this video, with my energy power level, it's pretty much just relentless. I mean, so you're not going to lose out. What's fair and honorable is fair and honorable. So don't push yourself to that limit, okay? If you can, great. Let's do it. Get you going. But if not, you're not going to hurt in the long run at all. Okay? As soon as you're out of your body and I'm out, and as long as I've already got everything squared away on the other side, which will take basically months, maybe 4 or 5 months, and you can wait that long if you get out, early, shortly. So take care of your own. I'm going to take care of you. I know how to be fair. I do have honor. I can be wrong about something. I can say something and be mistaken or not be as correct as I find out I can be later. But I'll never lie to you. Never. I don't do that. So if you can't do it, don't worry about it. And, pushing yourself to get something done, as long as you can recover, yes. And when you get cranked up, when you get the DNA ICUC, it enhances you in so many ways. It enhances you in so many ways that you can easily make up for that anyway. Someone just cruised right through here. Okay. There's these guys that every once in a while you might see. It's a shadow. They're people, they're beings, they're shadows. When you look at them close, you see like an old 1920s hat. It's got the rim around here, and it goes into a little tuck in the middle, and the rim goes like this and curves up a little bit. That's a part of me that they just work in the shadows. They just look and observe and see what's going on. You feel it male energy, and then you feel it strong, but in the shadows, and it's almost like he's got a trench coat on. Okay, that's part of me, and it just went right here. It cut out the light and everything as it went through. But anyway, people, there's balance everywhere. I just got to get home to make it all happen. It's already started to happen in a big way. The preliminary work has been done, the biggest stuff. I just have to get home and put it all together and take the hammer and go boom, bust the old table and say, this is how it is now. Let's rock and roll, folks. There's a lot of wonderful people that are out of body that are waiting for this to happen. So anyway, don't be concerned about missing out on getting this DNA ICUC where you get all this power for this life. You're still going to be fine. You're not losing out, okay? It's just the rest of this one life. And you're going to keep getting stronger. It was a while ago, I had this one woman give me a hard time. I remember that it was on email. And she said, you charge too much for what you do. If you're really spiritual and you can do this, you should do it for nothing. And that really pissed me off. I said, okay, fine. That sounds like a good idea. I said, when are you coming over to clean my dirty dishes? When are you coming over to cut my lawn? When are you coming over to go to the store, buy my food, and cook it for me? And when are you going to pay my rent? I don't have rent, but when are you going to pay my rent, my utilities? She's like, what are you, a nut? And I said, what are you, a nut? I said, all you care about is getting something for nothing and whatever you want, and you don't care if it destroys me or destroys anyone else. You're so damn greedy. All you care about is yourself. And I said, you've already been being helped. I said, I just looked at it, I watched, and I said, you've had the headache coming up right here in the crown. Then it goes up a little bit, you feel little tingles, and it goes away. She goes, yeah, I have been. I said, and sometimes you're just so dizzy, you're like getting knocked out, and you kind of wonder, it's like, did somebody hit you with a drug gun or something? She goes, yeah. I said, well, you've been getting cranked up. That's literally me out of the body, giving you energy to help you. But you know what? And I just relaxed, and I just pulled it right back out of her. And I said, there you go. I just took it back. That's what you get. So I know I'm a little aggressive right now, but I always do everything I can for everyone. And I want very little for myself, just to be as comfortable as I can waiting for this body to expire so I can get out of here and go to work for you. So those people that have known me a while, they understand me. So when they get mad at me, it's because they want me to give them something they haven't received yet. That's only for their own benefit, and they don't care about anyone else. So I have the same honor and respect of equal equality for every single thing there is. I know what I'm doing. So, and you will find out. But if you start nagging me, all you're doing is hurting yourself, okay? I'm not going to make you bump your head in the wall or something stupid. It's by just leaving you alone. That's where you'll realize that she maybe made a mistake. So anyway, again, I'm not trying to sound vicious or anything, but those of you that might come up and worry about it, don't. I understand your feelings, and I understand the truth behind it. It would not be fair for you not to have that energy, but that doesn't mean I need to give it, make sure that I crank up everyone on the whole planet. And then what about all the other planets? I mean, and I'm over here trying to die? No. That's senseless. I'm not stupid. I'm no idiot. That'll never happen. Um, so anyway, and you know, if things are bad with your children, don't stop. Keep that money. You know, like feeding them and stuff. Don't spend it if you don't have it. If you have it, fine. Spend it. It's a wild ride, and I've made it to where a few people can get the DNA ICU done, and it's a whole lot less expensive when you split it between 3 people. So 1,400 divided by 3 is a whole lot cheaper than 1,000. And that's the best I can do. I'm living in a physical world just like you, and it's about over. That's wild. Something just kicked into the garage door on the side of the house downstairs. We have a lot of raccoon, opossum, everything running around. Anyway, folks, look, don't worry about that, and take care of yourselves first. Always. And when I'm myself again, I can do a lot more than what I can do now. Alright, there's like nothing left of me. And I serve everyone. I am no one's servant. Don't ever tell me what to do. You won't like it. And again, that's not horrible physical threats or anything. I have work to do. I have to build. But that big hammer I got, it destroys too. So, let's move forward and man, I'm so tired. Anyway, it'll all be okay. Very soon. You'll find out. I don't matter. But my job matters, and my job is every one of you. Everyone. And that's why I'll never be in a body again. I can't run everything and be in a body too. That's insanity. Besides, there's no need for it. And like I said, within 2,000 years, all the physical bodies will be gone anyway. So, if getting a consult suits you, let's go at it. Let's have some fun. You will enjoy it. It will change you and your children. As you know, their DNA is different. When one person or even 2 people have been cranked up and the DNA changes, their children have that new DNA. So don't worry about it. Everything's going to be fine. I just got to go. So anyway, let's take a look at the video, and you'll make up your own minds. It was on Skype, so it's not the best clarity in the world. Okay, there it is. We're recording. It's like 5-6 seconds. Now this recording is going to stay there. I think what the YouTube says is they pull it down after 30 days.
Okay.
So after we're done with the consult, give it about 10 minutes, and then just go ahead and download it onto the computer, I guess. You've got a laptop or a desktop?
I have a laptop.
Okay. Because I'm seeing a desktop too. Do you have a desktop? No.
No, but I'm getting a new computer soon, so I'm gonna save it to a hard drive.
Okay, cool. There's something going on with you having a desktop with a large screen. It's a large, good-sized screen. You know, it's not huge. It's not a wall, but you know, it's a good-sized screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that might be something coming. I'm trying to see what else I can see hanging around right now. Um, I see little things that really aren't important. It's an old spirit that comes around. Excuse me. Hell, actually, he's your spirit guide. The way he's shown himself to me is that he's like he's pineal energy, strong pineal energy like yourself. But he's showing me himself as it's a tarot card. The old man that carries of knowledge, that carries a lantern. The hermit. They call him the hermit.
Yeah.
He's there, always waiting to help you. Uh, Relax just for a minute. Just relax.
Okay.
Take a nice full breath. Don't try to suck the clouds in. And and just let your energy just relax and float. Just be there, just floating, doing nothing. Just be there, relaxed.
Okay.
See if you can feel him. See if you can feel anything. See if you can feel, excuse me, spirit near you. And then when you do look to see, because you're a seer anyway, the first thing you always do is see is it male or female. And then you want to, you get more particular about things. But that's the first thing you do is it male or female. And then you use your heart and your gut to feel what's their intent, positive or negative. But he's near you. It's like he's touching, like the hermit. He's like touching you with a stick. He's just barely touching you softly to see if you can feel it nice and slow. He's not taking his energy and touching you. He's hanging it near you. Okay, just relax. Let's go ahead. And do you have any questions first?
I do have a quick question. I noticed when I calm, I seem to move in a circle. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. You were just doing it. You're relaxing and letting yourself go, and you're floating, and you're really relaxed. So that it's for you, and with that thing that cyst that's underneath your brain. That's part of a imbalance in energy where instead of you just being relaxed, it's throwing that energy off to the side a little bit, which makes your head move around.
Okay.
The stronger your core gets, and we're about to make it a lot stronger, the more rigid that'll be. A really good stone with you. Let me get to the messages. Good stones for balance. For balance, Fushite. Okay. Another good one is labradorite. Another good one is lapis. Lapis lazuli. Black onyx. Another one. is black tourmaline. Black tourmaline takes stuff and runs it right off you. Things that don't, frequencies that don't match with your own, if you have black tourmaline on you, it just helps this stuff go.
Okay.
You can get a necklace. You can buy a necklace. You can put a couple pieces in each pocket. Whatever you want to do. Now Deanna has them on the store, and our stuff is expensive because it's all cranked up, not just by
Okay.
me but by her.
Yeah.
Uh, I always tell people, don't think you got to go to the store. The stones work great everywhere. It's just we crank the heck out of everything. Um, you have some star resonite?
I do. I'm right here.
Yeah, I was feeling it.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt it near you.
Yeah.
Here, watch this. Hold on to the star resonite. It's already cranked up, but I can add to it.
All right.
Just relax and feel the energy. Okay, you can keep your eyes open.
Okay.
Let me know if you feel anything different.
Oh wow. Oh wow. It's like from my throat to the top of my head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I go just looks like this, and I make like a fireball. It's like a blazing sun. It's a real strong source energy from inside me, and I pull it outwards and increase it as I do it, and the whole thing is like a generator.
Oh wow. That
That just like
that
that energy stays there forever. What I put in you, about 20% of what I put in you is going to stick with you, your spirit, forever. So that'll be doing good. Uh, there's one. Yeah, go ahead and relax and put it down for a minute. There is some difficulties that I have being at this point in my life or my death. Where it's harder for me to do some things. My energy, I'm stronger than I've ever been. And the closer you come to death, the stronger your abilities are. It sounds kind of crazy. The only thing is focusing the mind on some things. It's a little more difficult. Right now, I'm talking with the energy that I had 4 years ago. 3 minutes after we shut down, I'll be back on my crutches, and I won't hardly be able to stand up on the crutches. And I'll sit in my chair, and I have to literally, I'm just a vegetable.
Oh wow.
But excuse me. It won't be too much longer before Deanna just goes, back home to Spain. Spend time with the family. So until she does, I decided, I'm just going to go ahead and do some more consults. This body won't die, so I'm going to go ahead and, keep going a little bit until, finally shuts down. It will eventually, but I'm really fed up with it. My time is over. Okay, now let's go ahead and get going with the energy. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to find your energy. I want you to feel where your
Okay.
energy is. Like I said, your pineal. Um, I'm trying to locate whether your solar essence. I think you're a really strong soul. That used to be the first thing I just look at and get right away, but that's the one thing that's hard for me right now. And as a matter of fact, excuse me. Sorry, my head.
No, you're fine.
Oh yeah, my body's shutting down. The pain and everything else is just oh joy. I'm no wuss, but this kind of rough. But I like cranking people up and
Well, I
having
definitely
have
appreciate this,
fun.
JL.
I'm sorry.
I said I definitely appreciate this a lot. the
Oh yeah,
opportunity.
as a matter of fact, I got to put out a video to say I'm doing this again. But just as soon as Deanna put it on the internet, put it on the website, all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, crud, I have to
I,
make some videos because there's all this new information coming.
I actually learned about it through Johnny Don't Play. I watched
Yeah,
his
he's
video.
cool, isn't he?
He's a very cool guy, and he doesn't post often. He probably posts like maybe twice or three times a month, but he's a really cool guy.
Yeah, yeah, he's so funny.
Yeah.
And when I went into him, cranked him up, he was like, "Holy shit!"
Excellent, excellent.
There's a guy in the hospital. I've been in and out of the hospitals with all my health issues, and I just quit going. I said, "That's it. I don't want to stay anyway." But I had to go in for what was going on. Anyway, there's a guy there. He's a male nurse, and he's his through his schooling, he's becoming something else too. I forget what you call it, but um, I told him what I did, and he said, "Yeah, I'm into rocks and stones and energy." Because I told him, "You like stones?" He goes, "Oh yeah, yeah." So I said, "A pretty good one with you is yellow aventurine, but citrine's really good too." He goes, "Yeah, I got it." I said, "Cool." And anyway, then I went into him and I said, "I'm going to crank you up, because I'm here, you're here." And so he said, "Okay, thanks." And he took really good care of me. And that's nice, when you're in a hospital. So I cranked him. I went into him and put some power into him. And he was standing up and he jerked. No, he was sitting down. I'm sorry. And then he stood up and ran. She just, bah! And he goes, and I'm like, "You okay?" He goes, "I felt that." And I said, "Yeah, you're real. I'm real.
Yeah, that's really awesome. That's really cool.
Uh, so then I saw him again, and every time I saw him at the hospital, we'd have a couple laughs together. But people need to understand who they really are and access it. The original first being that was controlling all the original first angels, they were keeping everyone from ever feeling anything. They control them. That you're going to be stupid and smack your face or go up to your brother that you love and punch him in the head, and you did it, and then you're like, "What?" Little things, touch the oven, whatever. I'm making stuff up, but it's that kind of little stuff.
Yeah.
And then you think, "What's wrong with me? I'm screwed up. I'm defective," and it was them the whole time. The angels doing it. They're all gone, so life's already a lot better for everyone than it's ever been in a body as far as the daily routine, but it's nothing compared to what it's gonna be like after I can get out of here.
I'm looking forward to the change that's coming.
Oh man, it's gonna be nice. And you have ETs hanging around. Um, there's a group called the Serpatient. They're in and out of your house. They can. It's like when they take you and you go through a roof and ceiling and everything. You go subdimensional. So you just float right through it. You're not there physically, but even though they can see your image, you're not there physically. So, and they do that just going through the hard barrier, and then you're physical again. Unless they want to make sure you don't move or anything and take control of you, so they just pull you through. With what's been going on, the problems, ET problems, they weren't out in space; they were here on the planet, and they've been dealt with. So everything's better in that regard too. Everything's about to change. Sorry, my heart's screwed up. All right, and my body can be weak. If I can't get up and walk, I can still crank you up. It's not an issue. Different types of energy. Okay, what we're gonna do? One of your energies is raccoon. One of your animal spirit guides is raccoon.
You said cocoon?
One of your spirit guides, animal spirit guides, is raccoon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, raccoon's cool. It's to remind you that you have the ability to do whatever you need to do. Okay? Um, I used to run half marathons, and I had 2 lung diseases when I was a kid. I mean, you just make up your mind, you do it. If
Right.
you can't do something, let it go. Do something else. But he's there to remind you you can do whatever you want. And he's also saying something about being playful. I'm showing him too how to stay happy, doing stuff using his hands. Um, okay, now we're gonna find your energy. Hold on. Um, uh, you're third wave of soul from um, 12 to 13%. When after the wave was started to be released, 12 to 13% of it being released is when you came out, the third wave of souls. You also have a white male tiger, albino tiger, and a Bengal, the orange Bengal tiger male, hanging around with you. It's for strength, uh, feeling good about what you're doing, knowing you can do it, added with the raccoon energy, but at the same time, believe it or not, it's leadership. There's a lot of people that'll start understanding more about you and from you. It's from you, but they'll be understanding, learning more about you, who you really are, and what you can do. Okay, now let's get to the energy part of it. Excuse me. It's so hard for me to move. I just quit shaving, quit cutting. Quit buzzing my head, quit shaving. It's too much work. Now I look like the Hermit, except I'm big and round. The panda bear Hermit. Um, okay, now remember, the energy comes in and out of your hands through the palm and also through the fingertips on both hands. Okay. Um, put your hands out. Let's see. Put your hands out. Like this. Aim your palms towards your head. No, towards your head. Okay, farther away. Go way out. Okay. Aim and then aim them right towards your head. Okay. I'm turning like this just to show you. Okay.
Okay.
Aim it towards your head and make sure they're loose. They're loose. Relax your muscles. Okay. Now slowly go towards yourself until you feel your energy. You might feel warmth, pressure, tingling in your hands. You'll be feeling a little pressure. Right, what do you feel right there?
I feel a little warm right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. You'll be feeling warmth and pressure. Right now, you just move. Now you're on the inside. The inside of like here's the inside, and then there's the outside. It's like that. Don't go by my exact distance. I have to stay within the video to try and show you about where it is. You stopped there and you saw it. You felt it. All right, just feel that for a minute. Feel the amount of warmth and feel the location. Okay. Okay. Now
Yeah.
just remember that. Okay. Go ahead. If you would, put your hands down.
Okay.
Um, there's a different group of ETs. The Zeta Reticulan, Greys, whatever you want to call them. There's so many different types that are like that. They're actually saying they have plans with you for later on, and they're showing me their ship. It's a decent size, but it's not big.
Sure. Sure.
It's 44 feet, 43 feet. It's got some sharp edges around it, sharper edges than normal, and strong silver, brilliant silver. Um, just saying that your paths are going to meet. Excuse me. A bit after the crank up gets settled in, they're going to start popping in and out of the house getting near you. Okay, and remember, there's like a lot of these ships. There's this big round beam. It's like a big sauna beam bulb, like a big sauna bulb that would be like a pancake almost, and then it goes up like this, where the center, and then it goes out, and it's a disc. And they put in it, the energy goes through it, and they stand underneath it, and they can go in and out of the house, walk around, actually do work on you, and they control the amount of density they have in their body by controlling how much of them, how much of their density is within the barrier, the dimensional barrier between here, the third and second dimension. Uh, they've done work on me and Deanna too while they were doing that before, and I've actually bumped into them. Yeah, she was behind me, and I didn't know, and I just instantly went wham like that, and I hit her. I looked around, and she was already fading away, but you could feel the pressure right there, and I said, "Damn." I looked at her, saw who it was, Serenity, and I said, "Sweetie, I'm sorry," and she just smiles. Um, Deanna's, had all kinds of activity with them too. They come in the house, talk with me and her all the time. Anyway, remember where your energy. They're going to talk with you and meet with you. Exactly what you're going to do together, I don't know. They're not mentioning anything about that. Um, when it's time, that'll come out, and that's between you and them. Um, Sometimes people think I don't care because I don't go into real depth or don't make a big deal out of something. It's not that I don't care. It's just that I got a lot of stuff to do. So do other people, and what comes up is between you and them.
Right.
You might be talking about it, putting it on the internet and stuff like that. I don't doubt that at all. Um, you're going to be involved with them doing stuff, and they're also going to be working on you. I can use my energy to work on that cyst thing that's in there, but
Okay.
they can actually get rid of it. While I'm in a body, I'm not able to do that.
Right.
I've done it a few times, and that's all. Anyway, back to you. Uh, I'm gonna we're gonna do the DNA ICUC now. I'm gonna go ahead and go inside, and I literally excuse me, sorry. I literally use the frequencies that are unicorn. Same thing as what's right here. Okay, peacock ore, chalcopyrite, bornite. Um, we call it unicornite because it's asteroid type material. It's like a type of ore. Um, and the unicorns that put the energy in it before it came here. Give me just a second. My right ear's ringing. Um, it's part of me in my head. It's just saying, there we go. Feel better now. I've had too much pressure in there for too long. Asking me to hurry because it's gonna that part of me is gonna work on my head when when I finish here. I'm still slowly being killed, but I'm going to put out a video soon, and please watch it. It'll explain why it's so
Okay.
hard for me to get out. My last life is Gandhi. It was a bitch. Um, and don't worry about the time. We have plenty of time, and I'm not. I say 50 minutes, so I have an amount. I don't think I've ever done a 50-minute crank up. I mean, I've been on there a lot longer. The thing is, it is harder for me to do it now. Okay, but we're gonna go.
Right.
We're definitely going past 50 minutes. All right, now I'm using that energy to go through you. Just relax.
Okay.
Um, if you feel more comfortable with your eyes open than closed, whatever you want, feel comfortable. Okay. If I think there's an issue, I'll let you know. Okay.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Uh, they can put an implant in your brain. It's small, like a little coiled thing, like a coiled worm or something, but it's actually a little robot. They can put that uh, into your system. And go, it's very small, very thin. It'll go into you and actually start eating away that cyst without hurting anything else.
Oh
The
wow.
worst that'll happen is when you're sleeping. You just do a little twitch like that, but it'll be part of a dream. You'll never wake up from it.
Right.
You'll wake up, but you never
Yes.
wake up because of it. Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Absolutely.
it's really hard for me to torque talk normal and stuff. Probably near the end of the consult, you'll see what I'm normally like. I'll start shutting down and falling over. Oh, son of a bitch. There's still these teeny little pieces of aramelius that pop in every once in a while. Mess with me. Okay, anyway, so much about that. Those books, even though it's kind of hard to follow, man, those 3 books I wrote, they got so much information in them. There's something coming up with the ETs and this new foundation. That it's not the spiritual foundation, although that's going to be part of it, but it's
The
a different.
Alliance.
Yeah, it's got a different name for it, and it's going to get crazy as soon as that funding and everything comes through. Deanna will make the books more affordable. We spent thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to write those books. Okay, so here's the unicorn energy. I'm going to put it through you. It's just going to flow through you. It's
Okay.
like a rinse. It's like you shampoo your hair and then or wash your face and soap in the shower and then you just rinse it. That's what it's like, except it goes from under your feet through your body. Okay. You feel something good, you don't good. It's no problem. It's very, very light and very sensitive. You'll feel other stuff later.
Okay.
Um, Now, one other thing. This is a little stronger. Okay. It's the same energy, but it's a little stiffer.
Yeah.
That's the kind. It's kind of to get rid of frustrations and stuff that are, just stuck in the back of your mind and stuff right now. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put my source energy, inside your core. It goes up, your spirit core, and you probably feel it, but whatever. Here we go.
Oh wow.
Okay. Now I'm going to go into your in between the heart and the solar plexus and put more energy inside there. Do the same thing, but I make it so big and so thick that it's literally like you're walking inside a fluid rubber ball. It's thick energy, and this is also every time this part of the original crank ups I used to do. It also changes your DNA, but not like what we're going to do. Okay, here we go.
Okay, how do you feel?
I felt like I felt like it was getting widened, like it was like coming like
Uh,
I
yeah, I just build that ball and it just keeps. I just keep making it bigger. First, it was. It's all source energy, full source energy. But um, I was the first time what your body wanted, needed, your body, brain, everything was the blue for pineal, and then after that it was the gold source with a yellowish gold. It's gold, but it had a yellowish tint to it. Um, all right. At this point, go ahead, relax, reach out with your palms towards your head. Go out, wait, extend your arms kind of way out. Don't overextend them, but just, let them hang out there. And then pointing with your palms pointed towards your head, slowly move in and see where your energy field is. Yeah, you can't. Go ahead. You feel, let me know. I'm trying not to talk, but
oh yeah, I feel it like right here.
that's heavy as hell. Open your hands up. How does it feel at that? Let me put the. How does it feel stronger than
Yeah,
before? Yeah, it's like a lot stronger.
it feels like really heavy. Like my hands are getting like pins and needle feel.
Yeah, that's the tingling you get in your hands, but you can also feel it's more pressure, more it's thicker.
Yeah, it's
Okay, because
really
putting
dense.
my source energy in you, it makes you stronger. So okay, but and you'll feel it out here if you can see what you'll feel it out there. But then when you come in more, then you're right at the hardcore end of the wall where it's like. But
Yeah,
so now your shell was the shell wall was like this. Now it's like this, and it's a whole lot stronger. See, it's important for me not to lead you to think this, but for you to see and feel it for yourself first.
oh yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to continue. Where that's not done changing. Okay. Now we're going to go. Let's go inside the head. Here's the first thing we're going to. Wait a minute. I'm going to open up um, your crowns. Hold on. Okay. How's your head feel?
Very light, very
Yeah.
light.
Okay. That
Yeah.
your crown was like closing up like that. So before I worked on you anymore, I wanted to go in there and just open it up. I do that anyway, but I wanted to do it first because it was clogged up. Um, okay, so sorry, it's just my heart. No big thing. I'm not worried of dying. I can't die yet. Pissing me off. I'm mad. I got work to do. Okay, now we're gonna go into the hypothalamus and let me know what you feel, where, how, and whatever. Here we go.
Oh wow, like a slight pressure, slight, like not strong.
How's it now? Is the pressure okay? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It felt like it was like a cloud when like just
It
released.
literally, I put energy in there, and that makes it thick and dense. And then I literally, it's like I don't know how to explain it. With you, with everyone, it's different, but with you, I literally turn it into like a silver electrical storm with like silver lightning going everywhere. So that was, that's what you personally need. Um, okay, here's the lower crown.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Okay. Now here's the middle crown. Keep your eyes open on this, okay?
Okay. Oh. Oh.
Okay.
Feels like it's. Feels like like not like new sight, but it just feels like something opened. Like,
It is. I take that. See the middle crown. It's like a lens, like an inverted a concave or inverted magnifying glass. And I get in there. I clean it. Okay. I condense it. I change it, and then I make it the shape I want it to be, and then I make it clear. I look in there and I look through it, and I can see whatever I want to see exactly. Like if I was putting the image of a man through it, when I can actually see the shoelaces, what the little pieces of hair that are in of material that are in the shoelaces, when the clarity is that good, then I've got it clean.
yeah.
Citrine's really good for that, but with you, don't have too much citrine on you, just a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Because it makes condenses and focuses.
I
You
think
don't
I
need that. I'm
I
sorry.
have some here.
Yeah, and see how that's light? It's soft
Yeah.
citrine. That's perfect for you. That's
Yeah.
exactly what you need, not the real dark stuff, because
Yeah.
that'll make your that would condense your brain too much and hurt you a little bit where that cyst is or whatever it is. I don't, I used to be a scrub nurse, so to speak, a level below. Worked in surgery, working on people, with the surgeons. Uh, handing them instruments from the Mayo tray, getting in there, doing a little this, little that. Um, okay, now we'll go into the upper crown.
Oh wow. I just feel like relief.
Okay, that your crown is now like here. It's like over here. It's way open.
It felt like a great relief, just like letting go of something. Just
Yeah, and because now your energies, your spirit, and its energy is flowing in and out like it's supposed to. It is a release. It's like having bad plumbing and all of a sudden it's flowing again. It's like you know.
yeah.
And quartz is another really good stone with you too. I need to put that in there. Crystal quartz. Okay. Now this is in alignment in your spine. How do you feel?
Feel good. Feels
It gives you rigidity. It is this. It's the energy of that's in found in Fushite. Okay, now we're going to do a little rinse. calm things down. Uh, your energy's moving a lot more right here, man.
Yeah,
uh,
it's like when I take a deep breath, it's like I feel like I'm breathing more in, not physically, but
yeah,
it's like
you're
a
feeling the energy because it's
sensation.
wild over here, and there's
Yeah,
all different colors. Purple, amethyst. That's another one. Just about any kind of stone is good with you. But amethyst is a real good one too. Your crown's got a lot of amethyst and crystal in it. Those amethyst points where there is crystal on the bottom, and then where it gets to the point, it's more amethyst. That's really good with you. Um,
I feel
okay.
like
I'm sorry.
it's. I just feel like it's like a very thin energy spike that's like coming down. Like it's like hard to explain. It's just like a point, just like slow.
It's a feeling you can't explain it. People say, "What did it feel like?" Well, like something I've never felt before, and I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah,
And sometimes they don't believe in everything. I've run into everything, and I don't care. I love everyone and everything. It's just when people get abusive, when they're arrogant, I'm like, whatever. But when they get to be abusive and stuff, then they get on my radar, and then that's when it's like, no, nothing for you. I've had source family members and stuff want me to crank them up, and said, nah, never happening, man. You got issues. You'll be seeing me when I'm free of this damn body, and you won't like it. It's like you got issues, and I'm the fix. People say you're arrogant and everything else. I don't care. It's my job, man. It's what I was made to do, and I'm older than anyone. I understand more about what goes on. Um, it's like as we grow in body, the older we are in years, um, the more different things we've been exposed to in life, and the greater our wisdom. You know. Well, when you're as strong as what I am, and how I started, and I kept getting stronger and stronger from being abused all my lives so hard, and then you're out of body, and you've had so many lives, you're really, all of us when we're out of body, we're really strong. And I know what to do, and I don't do anything for me. I mean, we have to charge for consultations and stuff like that, but
yeah.
I've done a lot more for free than I've ever charged for. I don't like charging it, but it's got to pay bills and stuff like that. It's such a pain.
Yeah.
Helen, when I was going through that crap with my insane sister, the one that's still alive, Jill, uh, about $84,000 in 2 years just in lawyer fees.
Wow.
My lawyers suck.
No.
They're going to get some visits. Yeah. I'm going to return the favor times 10. Anyway, okay. Now let's feel your energy again. All right, now do this. Take your hands like this and turn them that way, and feel outwards. Try to feel a wall outwards.
Oh wow.
See, now that it's way out there. So
Yeah.
when you reach out to feel it, now you can feel it out there, and you can feel how strong it is.
Yeah, I'm feeling tingles on the top of my head. It's just like
Yeah,
it's like little static.
we're not done yet. But wait, there's more. that was
cool.
yeah, that was an old commercial. Go ahead, relax, big guy. Now we're going to do the DNA part of it. Just give me a second. I'm having some issues here. Alrighty. Okay. Now here's the DNA part of it. First, now this is strong energy. Okay. Um, and the way I change your DNA, it's gonna be relative to your problems. They're DNA related. They were done to you when you were in your mother's womb. That it was done to you when you were, just teeny baby and embryo. All right, this is a change for that cyst, whatever it is. I don't know what to call it here. I finally found the set of frequencies I wanted to work on that cyst, and then as soon as I found it, all of a sudden the light kicked in over here, got just a little bit brighter. That was part of me inside said, "You got it." Sometimes it's just a light getting brighter. And you're a seer. You can see things. It's just trusting more what you're seeing. There's so much energy around you right now in your house, in your room. It's really strong. Anyway, okay, now this is the three-stage thing. First, I changed the format for your DNA. It's located in a very certain particular special part of your brain. And then I go in and change the DNA format there. And then I take that format, spread it through the rest of the brain, which is like a factory that produces it. And then I take that format and I move it all the way through your body, which immediately starts changing your DNA, just a very small bit at a time. It takes 8 years for your DNA to stop evolving after we do this. And after that,
Oh,
it
wow.
just stays like that and you get stronger. But you start seeing it right away. Almost right. Well, you feel it. You're going to feel it big time. I got to be careful. But it just keeps getting stronger and stronger. The DNA, there's more and more of the DNA changing. Okay. Here's changing the format. Let me know if you feel pressure and let me know if it gets strong.
Okay.
Like a little uncomfortable, okay? Here we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you? It wasn't too hard, or you didn't feel it at all, or?
No, no. I felt like like how somebody holds a bowling ball, just like
Yeah.
kind of not pushing hard, but just like
Yeah.
just
And see, I build the field around it, and I don't build it bigger or smaller and compress it. I just hold that, and then I work on it.
yeah,
Sometimes I fluctuate in and out a little bit, but that's it. A lot of stuff I do, it's right here. So sometimes you can see my fingers, I guess. Sometimes you can't. Um, and I see you feeling it, but I have to ask you, or not if you're not feeling it, because that I have to open up the door for you to trust yourself with what you're feeling or not, because this is all about you. All right, now we're going to go through do this, spread this to the rest of the brain. Oh, and sometimes I make funny faces. Don't worry about it. I've always done that. I always make funny faces when I do this. Okay, how's the head feel? All right.
Yeah, it feels good. It's just like a space is being like opened. Like
Yeah.
a, it's like air just not airheaded, but
Yeah. No. No. I understand exactly what you're saying. As a matter of fact, when I was doing that to you, it was moving from energy from inside. It's as my energy goes through your brain, it's literally changing your DNA. So there's a little soft pressure, but there's movement in there, and there's a little electricity. And my hands were cooking. So but they were so hot because they was making a big change, and that's because of the damage that was purposely done to you, your DNA damage that was done to you when you were an embryo. All right, now we're going to put it through the rest of the body. Okay. How's the body feel? Nothing cold, warm.
I just feel like from like up here, just like expanding out, like my legs, and it's just like pushing slowly, like something's expanding, like taking a breath, but I'm not breathing. It's just like a soft. It's not strong. It's like a soft push.
Yeah, then it's my energy in there, literally spreading it as I go out. It's I'm actually doing the work. I mean, this is real. It's happening. After I finally get out of here, it'll be just a matter of a couple of weeks, and Deanna will tell the scientists in Spain to go ahead and do their final work and publish, all the stuff about the DNA actually, changing. When I do that to people, and when she does it to people, there'll be some other source people doing it too. Um, I'm looking at something about you lives. This Roman times. Um, Orange kyanite is very good with you. So is blue kyanite. Okay. All right. Now that's what. Okay. That's more unicorn energy. It's almost different color glitters and everything. It's kind of weird, but it's not pieces of glitter. It's actually energy, but it shines and sparkles. Um, Go ahead and hold on. Um, you had something just ran past you. It was about this big, a black field of energy.
I was gonna say I felt like light tense just around my whole body, or not my whole body, but just like my upper half. It was very
When I went like this or before it?
uh
When I went like
before.
this, or right before
Yeah.
it? Yeah, that's when it was trying to hang on you. It went up like this to you as I'm looking at you on the screen, and then it went like that. And I said, "Screw you, bye, adios, amigos, adios, muchas caca." Um, okay. Anyway, so now we're gonna feel our own energy. One of the old angels is hanging around you. He's supposed to help you, but he's not doing anything. One of the original first angels. And now he sees me looking at him. He doesn't. He's not. He was told to be with you and be there for you, but he's never been given any orders. Um, he's going to help protect you. Some of the original first angels. I went to all of them and I said, look, if you'll just leave me alone, you have your freedom now, because the original ones are dead. And because as soon as I kill the original ones, it's like, here they come. You kill the master, and they're all attacking me, attacking people, and all doing crazy stuff. But a lot of them I cranked up real hard for them to help. And he's cranked up too. Now he looks more golden, kind of yellow, white, yellow, golden color. Anyway, he's a good guy. So, hey, anything that's not attacking, I take care of. Everything else that's a problem, there's no time and place for you. People is going to see everything change here pretty soon. As soon as I'll get out of here one way or the other. Okay. Now that's done, looking for anything else. Your spirit mate, as I'm looking at you, she's behind you over there, and she's attractive. She's showing me herself in a human body, white skin, black hair, kind of short, about like this, red, deep red sweater on, and she's smiling. Now he knows. Now he knows. Now he knows. Meaning that now you know that she's there, and she says, "Don't worry about it. It's just temporary. Everything you're going through.
Oh.
It's not you. It's the body you were put in.
Right.
And what was done to it. Okay. Now let's try to feel our energy. Go ahead and do whatever you want to try and feel it.
Oh. I'm getting like a strong ringing, like the ear.
Yeah, it's your energy now is very, very strong. When you reach out with your hands, that inner ring that used to be right here, that's 18 foot away. The diameter is 18 foot. So 9 foot on your right, 9 or 10 foot on your right, 9 or 10 foot on your left. That's how far away the wall is. Yeah, but it's strong as hell now.
Yeah, just like tilting my hand slightly. It's like I feel like I'm holding like.
It's almost like you're touching it. Yeah.
Heavy weights. Like my wrists, they feel like they're overcompensating for something.
Yeah, you see, that's why it's so important. I wish I would have thought of this when I started doing the crank ups. It's so important for people to help people find their energy first.
Oh.
So they know who they are, and then to see, hey, man, that's crazy. I got something out of it.
Oh, wow.
And
yeah. I put my hands up, and I'm starting to feel like my head's
solid.
My head's responding like it's like communicating with like I'm touching the energy and it knows it.
Your body's actually putting out an energy field that goes out for right now 19 feet in diameter. It's solid. It's energy in there, but there is a wall. But it's thick. Welcome to the new you.
Yes.
And these DNA ICUCs, a solid 20+% of it stays inside your spirit with you forever. So when you started this, you were soul, but now your soul, let's enhance it with my source energy. So I don't, it's you started as a soul, but you're not soul anymore. You have all the fields of essence, animal, plant, planetary, star, stars, everything's in there. There's not a whole lot of planetary. It's mostly all star because It's male energy with I'm like just under 3% female energy.
It's just this light.
You're like I said, your crown's right here now.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'm wearing a hat. I'm wearing a hat.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I'm sorry about the, every once in a while going off the pace, but when I see something, I want to tell you about it. Like that one negative guy that was hanging around just trying to mess with you. He was trying to take some of your energy. He says, I want that, power, but they don't understand it doesn't work like that.
Oh, good, good.
The field goes through everything. The field is literally just a part of me, my energy that goes out everywhere. So that's why when some of the people that are sourced that really don't have their heads on straight, and it's mostly almost all of them, it was done to them. So I need to fix that, but I can't do that till I get out of here. So when they go to crank someone up, if their head's not in the game right, that part of me, the field won't let them crank someone up, because then people are going to say, oh, well, that works. The other stuff they say must be correct too. And if it's not, no. So sometimes that gets them mad. I feel bad. And it's not that I don't care at all, but it just doesn't matter. No, it's not going to happen like that, No one's ever had this information before. It's like when I started writing just my first book, the head editor for Create Space, said, Jay, introduced herself, and I just wanted to talk to you for a minute. This information, she said, since I was a little girl, I've been reading books, and I just read one right after the other. That's why one after the other. That's why I'm the head editor down here at Create Space, and this material is nowhere. It's the truth of what's going on the other side and everywhere else. And when the original first beings were there and the other four huge source beings were there, if anybody were to bring this information out, they just literally go in the brain and control them and say, no, you can't tell people what's going on. That's how we control. That's how we have power. Oh, yeah. But they couldn't stop me. So I was stronger than them. That's why it didn't get out there. And that's not tooting my horn. It's people want to know. Where'd it come from? How come no one else has it? Well, because they couldn't bring it. And now almost all that stuff is gone now, dead, deleted permanently. And what could be saved was saved, and it's stored. So now things get better. I just got to get home to make this concrete and start moving.
Absolutely.
You'll start feeling and knowing, and then start seeing some energy flashes in the house. It's going to be silver gray looking. And then you'll see some shadows that have some form. Those are the ETs. There's Sapoian and a few other people are there. There's some Sapoian, but there's Serpatient folks there ready to work with you. And they're ready to work on your brain too. As your DNA and everything else changes, that also takes away your body's the defect put into your body that made that situation occur. So that helps it too. I want to talk some more, but I can't. Starting to fall down on my face here. Maybe one more question before what about stones in the house? You got stones. Hold on, let's crank them up. If you would, grab your piece of citrine.
Right.
Wow. Okay, yeah, awesome. Hold it. Okay. There's all the stones at one time. How does the citrine feel?
It feels a little lighter than normal. Yeah.
Okay, that's got everything there cranked up.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and see, you want that citrine is crystal in it. It's crystal with stuff in it. And you picked out just the right piece for yourself, or you received it if someone else picked it out for you. Because that's what you need. It's got citrine in it to help you focus. It also cleans, gives you some clarity. It's really good with black tourmaline, but you have to be careful not to condense too much.
Okay.
With the black onyx, small pieces.
Small pieces.
Okay, yeah, I like about 10 grams at the most, one in each side pocket if you want, or just one in one pocket. And that'll be good, okay?
Okay.
All right, man, look, we love you, man. You just take care and have some fun, okay?
All right.
If
Thank
you
you.
want, as you start feeling things, you can just go ahead and send an email to the DNA ICUC, okay?
Okay.
All right, man, have fun.
Thank you.
Hey, look, so do you want me to put it on the internet?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. It's good. I'll download it and put it through my program, and we'll put it right on the internet. We'll put it on YouTube.
All right.
All right, man. Have fun.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.